with fire in a short while. That's right, we don't do things by halves on this programme, especially when we get involved in high-speed challenges.
But one thing all three of us have never done before involves hitting the water.
But not like that.
This is powerboating. Andy, Helen and I will be driving in a special Blue Peter race at the world's largest offshore championships.
Whoever completed 4 laps of the course first would then go on to race the 8 times Class 1 world champion Steve Curtis in a bid to take home the Blue Peter trophy and become king or queen of the waves.
Like, to be fair, I can just see me taking this one out. I'm going to be, like, a natural, cruising, like, 1,000,000 miles an hour, like...
Where do you get your confidence from? You can't even drive a car, let alone a boat.
Oh, calm down, you two. There's a trophy to be won and it's coming here. We can see a Kimberley engraved on it. It's coming home, it's coming home.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Good to see you. I'm John Mendez, and this is David Luchford and Steve Tyler. We're going to be your trainers for the boating session today. Before we do that, is anyone seasick?
There was no time to feel seasick, as our instructors showed us just how fast a powerboat could go.
Hold tight, this is going to hurt.
It's a little bit out of control.
Yeah. I don't even drive, so to drive a powerboat, which can go to up to 55 miles an hour, is slightly concerning, and I'm the type of guy who will capsize anything.
I don't want to be the weak link of the chain, and I want to go into next week's competition on level terms with the boys. I really want to give them a run for their money. We couldn't wait to start learning how to drive, but we had to start with the basics before we could build up speed. I'm going to boost the seat.
Still steering a bit frantically, just try and steer a bit
No,
left.
I'm trying to get it straight.
Oh, well, all the time it's being affected by the wind and the tide, isn't it? So that's cool, just let her gently run.
Not going as fast as I
That's good.
envisaged.
At the moment, this is just slow stuff. See how we're moving forwards?
Yeah.
So we want to try and stop the boat. So if you go into reverse, and see how the boat's slowing down?
Yeah.
And now go neutral.
You see, I noticed there isn't a brake.
No, you've got into forward, so we've let... Back off, back away, back away, back away.
Oh, hit it again. The thing is, I was looking at Helen earlier, and she came in and docked a boat really nicely. Got a bit jealous, then I saw Joel do it, and I was like, OK, he's got it as well.
Look at that, professional, mate. No, didn't need help.
So the pressure's on now.
Hand off. Perfect. Well done, Andy.
I just want to go out for some speed now, come on.
Come on, here it goes! Whoa!
Woo! We are flying!
I can't describe to you how fast you're going when you hit a turn. Like on a roller coaster, you suddenly get this... Imagine that, but you're controlling everything you do. It's scary, but it's incredible!
On the straights, I always have a really quick start, but then I lose a bit of speed, so I basically need to figure out how to maintain my speed all the way through the course.
You think of a boat cutting through the water. These don't. They bounce around on top of it like a ping-pong ball.
Alan did really well, actually. Straight line, perhaps not as quick as some of the others, but the cornering was sweet.
And straighten power. Ha ha ha! Joel did really, really well. I think the best bit for me was his speed in the straight line was superb. He got the boat trimmed really well and set it up really nicely. We had a bit of an issue with some of the corners. We were slowing down too much on the turn-in. Now start to straighten now. Now, that's it.
We all had our strengths and weaknesses, but in the run-up to the race, did any of us look like a surefire winner?
Both Helen and Joel seem to be quite quick. I think Helen's going to be exceptionally competitive on the day because I think she's going to be lighter and the two boys are going to have to work quite hard. It's not a foregone conclusion that the boys are going to win this race.
A few days later, we flew over to the Isle of Man, where our race would take place after the main championship finals.
After receiving our race licences, we met with our navigators to discuss race tactics.
I think the key to it is a good start, but not to worry about it if it's not.
Don't try and tighten the turn.
Just leave it.
Because then you'll scrub off speed again.
I'll just trust your judgment.
I hear the boys are adamant that they're going to win. Well, we're not having that. This is going to be the girls' race. We are out there to show them what we can do.
We would be racing anti-clockwise around a boat-shaped course, marked out by 4 boys.
Whoever finished 4 laps of the course first would go on to race the world champion Steve Curtis.
We all wanted to win, and as we lined up to start, we knew this would be a fierce competition.
All safety boats, start boat 1, stand by for a start, out. Green flag! Take away.
Go, floor it, now!
The race had begun, and I got off to a flying start. The boat was bouncing so much, it broke my onboard cameras.
Andy's lead didn't last long as I powered ahead of him. I was determined to win, but having barely started, it all went wrong for me.
Now we're going left round this point. Not too much, not too much. No, too much. Two of her. Whoa, don't too much. Sorry.
Oh, he's got it wrong. Keep going.
I'd gone the wrong side of the buoy and was going to have to go back around the right way.
Right, sorry, I got really confused there. I can catch him.
I couldn't believe Joel's mistake. I put my foot to the floor and claimed the lead.
Steady.
Joel was miles away, but I thought I had a chance of catching Helen.
Where's Joel? Is he near?
Andy is near. I can't see Joel. They're miles away.
Oh, I'm so annoyed about that turn! I can't believe I did that.
I couldn't believe my mistake. I was almost a lap behind.
Whoa! Whoa!
Come left a little bit, don't turn the wheel too sharply.
Okay.
It was near the end of my final lap. I knew the boys had no chance of beating me. This was victory for the girls.
Come on, this is the finish line. We've got to do it. Let's just off the corner. They can't catch us. Careful. Gently.
She'd done it. Helen had won. There was a moment there where I really thought we had her and we were almost going to catch up with her, but their wake behind them literally had to knock us off course. But to be honest, it was a superb race. She drove beautifully and I can't really complain.
Joel!
Mate, all I'm saying is, Helen, if I understand what... Oh, I don't want to go into it.
You haven't even got an excuse!
I did not lose!
Well, I've got to go and race the world champion now. See ya.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going to make her work for it, come close a little bit, make her drive hard round the bends, just to make sure. And then at the end, I'm going to push hard for the last couple of laps. You know, I've got a few years of experience. If I get beaten, I'll never live it down.
Green, go! Lauren!
The start flag was down and I made sure I got a good start.
You're getting ahead! Hey, superb!
Steve and I were racing the same 4-lap course and I was going to give it everything I had. I'd taken an early lead and Steve wasn't catching me up.
Put your foot down, flat out! Come on! It's way back. Must be giving us a head start.
Oh, you're kidding. This is embarrassing. It's not happening.
I know, I'm flat.
Joke. You're having a laugh.
I'm flat out.
Hey, come on, Stevie! Let's see what you're made of! Steve was being slowed down by his propeller being too high in the water, which was creating a large volume of spray.
What speed have I got?
50, 48, 47, 46, 45.
Steve was trying hard to catch me, but I was too far in front.
Do something then.
What?
I don't know.
With the 8-time world champion way behind me, I kept my foot to the pedal and raced towards the finishing flag.
They're way back. Believe that, you beat me,
I mean, considering this is her first time, she was brilliant.
That feels so good. Oh, yeah.
Well done. Oh, woo! Genius. Well done, man.
That's a victory.
That's a Helen's victory, in my opinion. That was fantastic.
I thought he was hanging back, and I thought any second he's going to come round the right, he's going to come round the left.
And he was miles behind you the whole race.
No offence, Steve, but where were you?
Well, I was hanging back. I just didn't come forward. It was a genuine win. She went out there and drove really, really well. I just think she did a fantastic job.
That race, I can put on a tape and I'll be playing it again and again and again. And to those boys, they will not forget this one.
Yeah.
Well done.
I guess I'm not as nautical